Oh,
Yo, do you have a second?
what's up?
What is a creative agency?
Jesus Christ.
I think that a creative agency, that's a hard question to answer.
People just sit around and paint pictures all day and collect damn money to draw stuff.
And it's like you're an agent of creativity. Same way you would pay a special agent.
Without fail, almost every time I introduce myself to somebody and I say that I am the co-founder of a creative agency named Juicebox, they'll look at me in the face. Now, maybe it's because I'm mumbling, but they'll look at me in the face and ask me, what's a creative agency? And that's happened enough times over the last almost 3 years that I think it's finally time we define what a creative agency is and why we started Juicebox. The truth is, I don't really know if I knew what a creative agency was before we started Juicebox. I knew I was frustrated as a designer, as a social media manager, and as a photographer. I was just kind of upset that all these processes didn't really work well together. And really what I was looking to do is to choose one. Did I want to be a photographer, a designer, or a social media manager? And the only reason why we really started Juicebox is I couldn't decide. I wanted to do all three and I wasn't gonna give up on doing all three. Now, of course, I couldn't do it alone. I needed to bring some other people on board and I needed to refine my services. And so that's what I'm gonna talk about. A creative agency, all it really is an individual or a group of people that provide creative services. It's a very vague and it's a very general term. Now, in the industry, it implies a few things. That you're a full service agency, which really means that you provide three of the major creative services: marketing, design, and production. You can start a marketing agency, you can start a design agency or design studio, and you can start a production company or a production agency and just provide that service. Now, I'll say this, the traditional model of a creative agency is to provide all of those services in-house. I mentioned this earlier, right? Through full-time staff and so on and so forth. And what that means is it's so expensive to work with a creative agency. It's insane because they have to provide, for the staff, the offices, all that stuff. And so it's not a very efficient method to provide those individual services because there's a lot of overhead that they need to kind of build into the price when you pay for it. So creative agencies generally work off retainer. Whatever you need this month, we'll provide, whether it's production, design, or marketing. It's very general, it's very vague, it shifts often, and it's mostly based off retainer. Production company, a design studio, and a marketing agency generally are specific and niche enough to where you can hire those specific companies on a project basis. So can you do my logo, do my website? Can you run my social media, do a video for me? And it's generally a much more cheap and efficient way to get those services. Now, Juicebox specifically, our effort and our desire is basically to combine those services to feel like one process. All these things that previously were hard to learn or hard to do are becoming much more accessible, and it's kind of causing this blend where design is kind of video and video is kind of photography, and photography is kind of marketing, and marketing is kind of all of them at once. Lastly, I want to say this. The other component of traditional creative agencies that I really didn't like was the price point basically that creative agencies were at kind of created this like exclusivity, and they just took themselves too seriously. And so even with the name Juicebox and the way we approach marketing and design and production is we want to make it as accessible as possible. And that's why we started this YouTube channel, and that's why we've kind of shifted our agency to be not just client facing, but also to be creative facing. And so we are a creative agency that provides services as well as a creative resource that provides educational material and inspiration for you, anyone watching, and anyone who really cares. So hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please DM us on Instagram at JuiceboxPortland or DM me personally at CheckerSwing. Peace. Okay, how about this? What do I do for work?
Oh, dude, you don't do nothing. I know that for a fact.
What is Juicebox? Well, we suck the creativity right out of you.
Oh, God, no.